Heidi Jane, Dennis Feidner again. I'll go through this kind of quickly. We can always go into more depth if we need to later. But I have one of my estimates up. It happens to be for a remodel, and in this case, they wanted a bid for a kitchen remodel, a bath remodel, an office, what have you. But this is just a kitchen remodel, and then each of that in the kitchen remodel, I have multiple bid items. I have a concrete, carpentry, plumbing, electrical finishes, and so there's a cabinets. This is the concrete work. So we can either do it in a lot of detail, or in the case of the electrical, where we just take a lighting allowance and an electrical subcontractor for the installation. So once I have that estimate done, I send it to the customer. They like it. One of the things I can do is I export this to the proposal, which I've already done, so I'm going to go show you that in a second. I can either do it by cost code or by bid item. I did it by bid item, so I'm just going to send that out there. I've already done it, so it literally is just a matter of checking that box. So and if I go over to proposals, and my last one here, oops, actually, and I go to the kitchen. Those are the bid items that I showed you, right? These are the amounts. So there's a total that we send them a proposal for. Now I'm done with that. I can print this out. I'm not going to show you how it prints because it'll print the same way you print now. We use your letterhead, your logo, any verbiage you have. We can customize the proposal to look the way you want. We send that out, okay? It gets signed, it comes back, and now we want to do our first billing. So we'll go into a accounts receivable. I assume you're doing a progress type of billing. And again, here's that same job, the kitchen remodel, the items that we just had before, the scheduled values that I had on that proposal. I now come in and say, hey, you know what? I want to bill 50% of this, 75% of this, 25% of this. I calculate that by percentage. So here is what I'm billing for currently. I don't have a retention on this job. And then if I want to see what that looks like, I just got to save it first. We'll do it this way here. Actually, we'll do that one. So the progress bill, probably standard to what you're looking at today. And actually, I didn't pick the right job, pick the job, but you get the idea. This is the way we put all the line items on there. And I can summarize that into divisions. I can summarize it any way you want. There's lots of different ways to filter this thing. And I can combine all of the phases into one single application if that's the way you want to do it. So I'm going to close that. Then there's one more step. So that you send that out to the owner. They argue, usually always argue the percentages. They'll come back. You'll change the percentages. At that point, you'll go into accounts receivable again, into a receivable invoices, and you'll create an invoice that says progress bill number 1 and the amount. This gets it into your AR and gets it into your revenue. The other one is basically just informational purposes so that the owner sees what they're paying for. This is what the invoice will roll back to eventually, is to one item like this. So if we can remember, this is invoice number 8296, and I usually have to write these down because I never remember them. 8296. So I send that out to the client. They send us back a check. What bank account? I'm in cash receipts now. What bank account do we want to put it in? Bob's Bank. This is deposit number 16. It has today's date on it. We're going to do job number 27. I'll display all the invoices that are open for this job. These are all the invoices that are open. And let's just say they paid all of these off. Check number 1555. Oops. And they paid the whole 1200. This is nice. This is a little bit better than QuickBooks. So let's just say that for some reason they rounded it differently and they paid you 1200 $1,201, right? Which you only have a $1,200 invoice. I keep hitting my tab instead of my enter. So that actually overpaid you by $1. I can just put that dollar in there. And so, actually, is a discount. We'll give a discount. A little early for me this morning here. And I don't do this detail type of work, so these are what my consultants do. So you got an invoice for $1,200. They paid you $1,201. I give a dollar discount. What this does is it clears out that invoice out of accounts receivable because now it's been paid in full. There's not a credit balance on it, or there's not $1 short. I go through that. I post all these. I'm done. I've now had an estimate, created the proposal. The proposal created the billing. The billing you create an invoice. The invoice comes in. The check comes in. I now post it and I cleared it out of AR. So that whole cycle, I stuttered a little bit, but I'm the high level guy. Like I said, I have 16 certified consultants that work with us that do these kinds of things all day long. So it's really pretty simple to do. Anyway, hopefully that helps. But that's the whole process, and you can put those processes right here on your desktop. So if you're the person that's doing all those things, I can now add, the billing here, the invoice here, the cash receipts is already here. So I can add those buttons to my desktop by, we'll just go in here and change this. If I want to add more tasks, or if I want to, I want to move this over here, I can do that. I'm going to put this right back where it was. But if I have reports I like to run, like an aging or that kind of thing, I can put that all down here. Again, all this is customizable by you, so each person will have their own customized desktop for their workflow. Anyway, Heidi Jane, appreciate the time. I really do think it's a great fit for remodelers. That's what it was built for 30 years ago, and it really works well for general contractors and remodelers, and all of your sub-trades probably. All your subcontractors could use this as well. Anyway, thanks for your time.